Okay, let's continue our tour down the left-hand menu. So next up we have Pages. Go ahead and open up the Pages category. Now, I want to kind of take a second and explain exactly what pages are. Imagine this. In WordPress land, we have two things. We have posts and we have pages. Now, how it works is posts get written into what's referred to as the loop in WordPress, and that's sort of the chronological order of all of your posts, and maybe once a day or perhaps even once a week or whatever your posting frequency is going to be, you'd come in, you'd create a new post, and that would get added into your blog, right? People can comment on them, and you can comment back, and all that good stuff, right? Now, where pages come in is pages are similar to posts, but they're static. Now, the default page that we get here, you can see, is called About, and that's a great example of a page here in WordPress. So it's going to be a static page that is not a part of the sort of the rolling chronology of your blog, if that makes sense. It's sort of a standalone static page. You can have as many pages as you want as well. So we could have About, and we could have a contact page, and we could have maybe a testimonials page, and so on. That's really the idea. And they would not be a part of the WordPress loop, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And, you know, as always, if it doesn't, sit tight, and we'll get into working with this more and more as we work our way along. The idea here is I've clicked on Pages. That, of course, has brought me into the Edit category, and of course, there's my default About page. So I'm going to get a list here eventually when I start adding on more pages. I'm going to get a list of all of my pages, who created them, how many comments are on that page, if I do indeed allow comments on my static pages, and then when the file or the actual page was created. And then finally the status. It's currently published, meaning it's live on the blog right now, right? But let me show you this. I'm going to hover once again over top of About there. And of course, you can see we get these text links showing up. Edit, quick edit, trash it, or delete it, or we can view it. Now I'm going to click on Edit. And that brings us into this Edit Page view. So I can come in here and I can change the title of my page. Here's the default content for the About page. This is an example of a WordPress page, and so on there. You can scroll down and you'll find more options. We have custom fields here, and here's where I can allow comments and allow trackbacks and pingbacks if I want. And then finally up at the top here, I can update this guy if I want. Further, you can also see that it's currently published. That's the current status, and the visibility is it's public, so everybody can see it. What I could do at this point is I can go and create new pages as well if I want. So rather than editing an existing page, I can go and create a brand new blank page if I want. And I can do that just by clicking on Add New here over in the left-hand menu. That'll bring me into this Add New Page screen, which is pretty much identical to what you and I just saw. So I can add in the title for my page, the content for my page in this content area. Now, what kind of content can you put on a page? Pretty much anything you want. Text, graphics, video files, really whatever you have. You can see there's our custom fields and our discussion options, and then finally up towards the top, I could save this guy as a draft. I can preview him. I can set his status and his visibility, and I can set some publishing options, or I could go right ahead and publish him. So very similar to working with a post, but it's actually a static page that we're working on here. And again, if it's not really making sense, just sit tight, and you and I will be building a lot of pages together, so you'll see exactly how this works.